Hello dear students, so welcome to your communicative English classes. Today I am here before you with a new topic, and this is a very important topic because in the last few classes we had learned about the how to form or the rules that we must follow to form a complete sentence, and we have learned what are the different types of sentence structure, isn't it? Kinds of sentence structure, simple, complex. Then we had learned complex, compound. Then we learned about compound sentences, isn't it? So these are the things that we had learned in the last few classes about the sentences. So as I mentioned to you, in English, forming a sentence is very, very important. Even while if you're talking or if you're reading, not about reading actually, about while you are speaking or while you are writing in English, sentence formation is very, very important, isn't it? So that I taught you about the sentence structure, then I taught you how to form a complete sentence, isn't it? And I have given you and I had taught you some important words that you should know in forming a sentence, isn't it? So today we are going to learn about the types of sentences. So what are the different kinds of sentences, or what are the different types of sentences? Okay, so I told you what is a sentence. What do you mean by a sentence? Sentence means there will be some words, there will be a group of words, and it gives us a complete thought, isn't it? Because it has a complete sense, or it will give us some meaning. So that is known as a sentence. A sentence means what? A group of words. Simply I have written here, it's a group of words that gives a complete thought, or we can say it gives a complete sense. If I am saying, the blue is the. I'm simply saying the blue is the. Does it make any sense to you? Does it gives you anything? Does it gives you any thought or something? No, isn't it? So it's not a complete sentence, or it is not a sentence actually. There are some words, group of words. The sky, the blue is the. So there are group of words, but does it have any sense, or does it have any thought over there? No, isn't it? So sentence means what? There should be group of words, and this word should make some sense, or it should make some thought, isn't it? So that is known as a sentence. If I'm saying she is a beautiful girl, it has a sense, isn't it? It makes sense. It makes a thought, isn't it? Yes. So that is known as a complete. It is known as a complete sentence, or a sentence. Then I told you in the last class, a sentence will be having a subject and a predicate, isn't it? Subject means what? It is a beginning portion of the sentence, which includes the noun, isn't it? Then I taught you what is a predicate. Predicate means what? It is the ending portion of a sentence, finishing portion of the sentence, and it includes what? Verb. I told you later. Now, what are the different types of sentences? So I have just drawn a chart over here. Okay, so what are the different types of sentences? So there are generally 4 different types of sentences. 4 different types of sentence. The first one, it is declarative sentence. What is the first one? First one, it is declarative. declarative. That is declarative sentence. So what do you mean by a declarative sentence? Declarative sentence means a sentence that gives us information. It gives us some information, or it tells us about some facts. Okay, so that is known as a declarative sentence. It gives us some information. I'll give you an example. Like the burger is very tasty, or the biryani is very tasty. Okay, so this makes you it brings some smile on your face, isn't it? Yes. So the biryani is very tasty. So it is a declarative sentence. Why? Because it gives us some information. It gives the information about the taste of biryani, isn't it? So I can say the biryani is very tasty. Okay, so that is a declarative sentence. Declarative sentence means it gives us some what? It gives us some information. So that is known as a declarative sentence. The biryani is very tasty. Okay, so this is a declarative sentence. Children, example 1. I'll write it over here. Example 1, that is declarative sentence. The biryani is very tasty because it gives us some information. I can say that Fatima is a beautiful girl. It gives us some information. What information is giving? It is saying that Fatima is a beautiful girl. How beautiful is Fatima, isn't it? So that is why I can say it gives us some information. It tells us about some facts. Okay, so that is a declarative sentence. Moving on to the second one, children. The second one is interrogative. What is the second one? Interrogative. So while thinking about interrogative means what? It is about question. It's something just to ask a question. That is known as interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences means what? Interrogative sentences means we are using it to ask a question. So we'll be using some question words like what, where, how, when, why. So all these are question words, isn't it? So interrogative means what? This type of sentences are used to ask a question. Okay, and I will give you an example. The example 2 is, what is your name? What is your name? Okay, so this is what? This is an interrogative sentence. Why? Because it has a question word. Because I am using such sentence for what? For asking a question, isn't it? So I can say, what is your name? It is an interrogative sentence. Okay, children. So interrogative sentence means such sentences we are using to ask a question. So that is known as an interrogative sentence. Now moving on to this third one. The third one is imperative. What do you mean by imperative sentence? Imperative sentence simply means, children, imperative means such sentences are used just to ask for a request. If you're making some request or we are ordering something, we'll say it as imperative sentence. What do you mean by imperative? That is imperative. Order. I'm ordering. So I'm saying clean the table. It's an order, isn't it? Clean the table. It's an order from my side. Or I can say, wait for me. Wait for me. It's a kind of ordering, isn't it? Or I can say another. If I'm asking for a, may I come in? May I come in? So it's an imperative sentence. Okay. So imperative means such sentences are used to ask or to request something. Just to request something. Pass me the salt. Okay, pass me the salt. It's a request, isn't it? Or if I'm ordering something, I'm ordering like clean the table, shut up. If I'm saying such things, it is known as what? It is known as a imperative sentence because I'm ordering it. Or if I'm requesting for something, I should use an imperative sentence. That is known as imperative. Very simple. Example 3, I can say wait for me. Wait for me. Okay, I can simply say wait for me. It can be a request, isn't it? Wait for me. Okay, yes, that is known as an imperative sentence. Now moving on to the last one, children, this exclamatory. What do you mean by exclamatory sentence? Exclamatory sentences are those sentences that are used to show our emotions, our feelings about. So exclamatory sentences are those sentences that expresses the emotions or the feelings of a person, of a speaker. So that is known as an exclamatory sentence. For example, I can say example for ouch. It's hurting, isn't it? Ouch, ouch. It's hurting. Okay, so this is an exclamatory sentence. Why? Because it has an exclamation. So in the and one more thing, in the exclamation sentence, we'll be using an exclamation mark. Okay, in the exclamatory sentence, we'll be using the exclamation mark. So exclamatory sentence are those sentences, or I can say, what a surprise, isn't it? So it is an exclamatory sentence. Why? Because it ends with an exclamation mark. Okay, so that is known as an exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence means those sentence that gives the that shows the emotions or the feelings. Instead of this one, I'll write you another example. Okay, children. What a surprise! What a surprise. Okay, so this is proper an exclamatory sentence because it ends with an exclamation mark. Okay, so always an exclamatory sentence, it will ends with an exclamation mark. This is the exclamation mark. You know about it, isn't it? Yes, you might have learned it in the younger classes. Okay, so this is an exclamation mark, and an exclamatory sentence always ends with an exclamation mark. So this exclamatory sentence shows the emotions or the feelings of a person. Okay, so these are the different types of sentences. The first one, it is declarative. Declarative sentence gives us some information, like she is a beautiful girl. The place is Taj Mahal is the most beautiful building in the world. Okay, so this gives us some information. That is known as an declarative. Interrogative means what? It says about, or it helps to ask a question. And always an interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. Always it will ends with a question mark. Okay, like what is your name? Where are you coming from? Where are you going? All these are interrogative sentences, and it always ends with a question mark. Okay, children. And the next one, it is imperative. Imperative sentences are those sentences that are used to give orders, like wait, clean the table, pass the bottle, or something. Okay, so these are this is an imperative sentence that is used to give an order, or just to ask, or just to make a request. Okay, now the next one, it is the last one, exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory means what? They are used to express the strong emotions or feelings of a person or a speaker, and it always ends with an exclamation mark. And children, the declarative sentence always ends with a full stop or a period. Period and full stop is the same. Okay, so always a declarative sentence ends with a period, okay, or a full stop. So this is all about the types of sentence. In the next class, we'll meet again with another topic. Thank you, students.